Alright there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today it's the final list video of 2019. So what does that mean? Well, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be going over my top 5 anime of 2019. Now, these can either be an anime that is completely brand new and started and finished just this year, or it can be a brand new season of an ongoing anime that started and finished this year. So, for example, My Hero Academia Season 4 is ineligible for this list. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have even put it on here anyway. But it's ineligible anyway because it doesn't finish until 2020. We're only about halfway, we're not even halfway through the season yet. We're not even halfway through the season yet. So, let's get straight into it. Coming in at the number 5 spot is Aggretsuko Season 2. Now, some of you guys may not even know what Aggretsuko is. It stands for Aggressive Retsuko. Basically, it is a show, a anime Netflix themselves created. It's about a 25-year-old single panda office worker called Retsuko. No, I'm not joking. Stay with me. And she works a normal office job at a company, and she's really wanting to. She keeps getting reminded how she's still single despite being 25, and she hasn't found anyone special yet. But the second season is even better than the first. The first came out last year, the second came out this year, and the third season will start next year, which I can't wait for. This season has Retsuko meeting a guy that she thought was the man of her dreams. And for quite a while it seemed like it was. She sees that this guy is rich, but then she finds out that he now doesn't actually want to get married, and that's something she really does want to do. And she's still waiting for her friend Haida, who is I can't remember what animal he is. Everyone in this show is an animal. And her boss, and Retsuko's boss is ironically a pig. I don't mean as in the metaphorical term pig, I mean he is a literal physical pig. Why this show is great is it's very unique. Like, you would never expect it. The amount of different things in it make it very unique. The animation is great. And it's a very interesting show because every episode is only 15 minutes long. Yeah, it's not a 20-minute long. They don't have 20-minute long episodes like regular anime. They only have 15-minute episodes, but that doesn't make the show any worse. And Retsuko's biggest part of the show is when she is singing at karaoke, and she turns into a heavy metal rock star whenever she starts singing. But the show goes about her daily life, and it is really, really interesting. You really should check it out. Because it's funny, and you also want Retsuko to succeed in what she's doing. Because of how unlucky she is, really, with how things in her life go. The animation is great, the characters are great, it's funny, and well worth checking out. Right, coming in at the number 4 spot is Fruits Basket 2019 Season 1. So, when we had, at the start of this year, a series was shown called Fruits Basket 2019. Yes, it is very similar to the 2001 version of Fruits Basket. It's basically a complete remake of the show. it's a complete remake, and it goes through pretty much everything that the first season goes through. We meet all the same characters, the same things happen, and I can't pick between the two which one I prefer, the original or the current one, because they're both great. Of course, recently at the end when season 1 finished, it was announced, and we were all expecting this, that a second season for Fruits Basket for 2020 will be coming out, which will be the first brand new content for Fruits Basket we will have had in almost 20 years. But yeah, if you've watched the original Fruits Basket from 2001, then you're going to enjoy this version because it's very similar. Of course, the main difference is the animation quality. It's so much better, but you'd expect that, considering the shows are 18 years apart. It, of course, follows Toru Honda as she meets the Soma family, who all have animal curses. Shugure has the dog curse, Kyo has the cat curse, and Yuki has the rat curse. And of course, this curse only happens if you are hugged by somebody of the opposite sex. So if Yuki or Kyo are hugged by girls that are not members of the Soma family, they turn into a cat and a rat. And I mean, some of you guys will know what Fruits Basket is like. I don't really have to explain why it's so good. The love triangle works perfectly. And the fact that Kyo is a male tsundere, which is something that's way rarer than it should be. Like, when you think of tsunderes, always you think of females. You never think of males. But no, Kyo is a great tsundere. And I know, of course, the comedy really does shine in this show. I'd say the comedy in this version is even better than the one from the original. And that's why it comes in at number 3. 4, I can't count. Actually coming in at the number 3 spot is Attack on Titan Season 3, Part 2. Now, you guys may know that when I properly watched Season 1 of Attack on Titan, I thought it was good, but not great. I watched Season 2, and I thought Season 2 was awful. And I still do. Season 2 of Attack on Titan is awful, in my opinion. But then last year, in 2018, Season 3 Part 1 came out. Oh yes, it was good. It really got us going. And then Season 3 Part 2 came out this year, and that just kept on pushing the series further forward. But what I don't understand is, how come it took 4 years to make Season 2, which is half of the episodes of Season 1, yet it took them only 2 years to make 24 episodes in Season 3. I don't get it. It took half the time to make double the episodes. Season 2 is the only season with less than 24 episodes. But yeah, in Season 3, we get more backstory on the Beast Titan, the one that looks like a gorilla. We get more backstory on who's inside of him, and we get the unfortunate event of Commander Erwin being killed. And that's basically AOT saying, oh, we're not afraid to kill off big characters. And they do. But something a massive plot twist that I never saw coming was the Titan that ate Aaron's mom back in Season 1, Episode 1 of the show, back in 2013. In Season 2, we are given the plot twist that the Titan that eats Aaron's mom actually happens to be the wife of his father before his mother was his wife. Yeah. Eren's dad was originally married to that person before Eren's mom, and that woman happened to be the one that ate his mom. I thought that part of the backstory was so great. It tied so much together. And we finally, after 2.5 seasons of wondering what is inside the basement of Eren's house that they keep talking about so much, and we finally get to see it. But of course, they don't show us too much because they're saving it for season 4, which comes out autumn of 2020. So I can't wait to see the conclusion of Attack on Titan. I think it started off alright, went massively downhill with season 2, but season 3 has elevated it so high. Even though with season 2, I found AOT a great show, it still doesn't make my top 10 list of my favourite anime ever, AOT. If I did a top 15 list, then yes, it would make the list. And since the producers were thinking, we need a new hero titan. So who's it going to be? It was Armin. That's right, Armin becomes a titan. But we see very little of him being a titan because it was towards the end of the season. I think we'll see a lot more of Armin as a titan in season 4, which I can't wait for. The action, the character development, everything that made the first season good is cranked up to 11 in season 3. It's so good, it's so great. And if you haven't watched AOT yet, if you haven't watched season 3 part 2, well, you've got a good, 9 months or so before season 4 is released. So you've got loads of time. And that's why AOT season 3 part 2 comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is a controversial one, because I bet you'd be thinking this would be number 1. But no, it's number 2. It's Demon Slayer. Back when Demon Slayer came out this year, so many people were saying it's the anime of the year, it's so great, and it is great, yes. I definitely have enjoyed it. It's the story of Tanjiro, who was a boy who went to a village to go and buy some food. He comes home back to his house, and his entire family, except his little sister, have been murdered by demons. Every single one of his family members that lived in the house have been killed. And Nezuko, who is his little sister, has been turned into a demon. But she's more half human, half demon than an actual proper demon. So Tanjiro sets off on his journey to turn Nezuko back into a fully fledged human. And she helps him because she had some medicine given to her and some hypnotism of humans are the allies, demons are the enemies. So she has to only fight demons. Which is what she does. She does a very good job of fighting the demons. But seeing Tanjiro and Nezuko struggle from their way to try and kill any of the demons when they become part of the Demon Slayer corps. Of course, Demon Slayer has announced to be getting a movie and then a second season, so that'll be interesting. The animation of this show was top notch. It was great. The character development between Tanjiro and Nezuko was great. Tanjiro's never say die, never give up attitude comes in big at the very critical moments. And Tanjiro has some allies to help him. Zensu, who is a pretty big coward and only can fight well when he's unconscious or asleep. and Inosuke, who is the other one. Who's a guy who wears the mask of a boar's head as his mask. Because if you look at his face actually looks like a girl. Which is why I think he wears the ball mask. But the three of them together have had many hardships throughout their journey. And the main villain, who is quite interesting because he's very stealthy. He's not someone who goes around getting caught up in anything. He just stealth kills anyone around that he needs to dispose of without even being noticed. I can't wait for Tanjiro to fight him come the end of season 2, maybe. I don't know when they're going to fight. Because apart from when they first saw each other very early on in the series, they haven't seen each other since. But the visual effects when Tanjiro is doing one of his special attacks are so amazing. The animation looks better than it ever could. That's why it comes in at number 2. Now, just before we get to number 1, we're going to put in an honourable mention. And the honourable mention that I'm putting in is Kaguya-sama, Love is War. It was a great show, but it just misses out. It just barely misses out on this list. Now, coming in a number 1 spot for my top 5 anime of 2019 is Mob Psycho 100 Season 2. Man, what an amazing show this is. I only started watching Mob Psycho as a whole this year. I watched the first season and really enjoyed it. And the second season was halfway through when I finished the first season, so I got to witness the second half of season 2 as it was being released. Mob Psycho 100 follows the story of Shigeo. Crap, I've forgotten his last name. That's very bad of me. No, I've remembered it. Shigeo Kageyama. There we go, that was it. And he wants to be a normal boy and live a normal life, but unfortunately he can't due to having psychic powers. But the second season is all about this mastermind in charge of a company that's wanting to take over the whole world and use psychic powers for bad. So Shigeo has to stop them and stop the owner of the company in order to stop him taking over the world. What season 2 does great is it gives us a really big moment around near the end where Shigeo leaves his master Reigen, and Reigen goes into like a really depressive state, and it's a really sad part of the show. It's very impactful, and he sees Shigeo with friends, because he originally thought he was Shigeo's only friend, but Shigeo was finally able to make more friends. So yeah, seeing Reigen depressed is a really big, impactful episode. Definitely one of the best the show has. But the best part of Mob Psycho 100 is when Shigeo takes on any of the spirits, especially the final one when he takes on the leader of the company, because the effects that are shown off are so great. The attacks, the fights, the power, the anger, all of it is phenomenal. And this show is something special. If it does not get a third season, I will be completely fine with it because it's so good that it only needs 2 seasons. I mean, hell, I put it in. It's become my 4th favorite anime of all time. After I finished it, it's that good. Only Dragon Ball, Naruto, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood are ahead of it. And that's why it comes in at number 1. So I hope you guys have enjoyed my top 5 anime of 2019 list. Let me know your favourite animes of that came out this year. So please be sure to subscribe, leave a like, follow me on all my social medias, and until next time guys, catch you later.